Hi, I'm Michael. This is my brother Ariel. I'm supposed to do that now.
All right, let's start over.
No, we're good. We're good. Keep it. We run Ted's Pokepon here in Norwood, Ohio.
Today, what we're going to be doing is going over some of the grades from our tag return from last week. Not only the grades, but how the grades are presented to you. And we use the middle service, the $22 service, which I checked actually with shipping, with the free shipping we got because we did enough cards. And shipping back to us, our total cost per card was $23.25, zero upcharges.
Yeah, that's nice, especially in the bigger ones.
Yeah. So the first card we're going to start with here is, if I can get this going, there we go. Technical difficulties. Is our Mew from Japanese Fossil that came back. We could tell it was a little off center, but we thought that the condition was good enough it would get a 9, and it did. You can see if we're looking at the card ranks here, it's the second highest 9, fifth highest overall. There are some gem mints. So
I like how they do that. So that's out of the 9s. They'll show you the rank. So they'll do that for every grade. Like 1s, they'll show you the highest rank.
And it's the 53rd of this card type graded.
Okay.
If we go down,
it
gives you the corner centering surface. So 0 dings on the corners, 0 dings on the edges. Centering we knew was off. So 42 left, 58 right. Top to bottom was 48 to 52 on the front. Bottom, little off center, but they're more forgiving on the back. Surface dings, and then it gives you the dimensions. Now, if you go down to the dings, front, top, center, back, top, left, these are some of the playware. You can actually click view on those.
Yeah,
see if it'll. Like, look at that digital image. Like, look at all this detail you get. And we'll go back to the other one. But it also gives you a graph. It shows you where on the front, surface playware in this exact spot. And that's very hard to spot unless you have a microscope, but that's their AI imaging. And if you go to the back, it'll tell you where, playware up in this top left corner. So that's kind of nice that they tell you exactly why your card has, where it has imperfections. Obviously, this one was off center, so it wasn't going to get a 10 anyway, but it was good enough. Here's another thing I really like. Fraying and frilling up along the bottom corners and bottom edges, and that gives you a score out of 1,000. So I mean, this was a really, really clean card. Obviously off center, but very clean still nonetheless. Gives you corner details, close-ups of the corner details on the front and the back.
Does it show you the image of the playware?
I think that would have to be on this one. So if it was the front, let's see, it said front, top, center. It's kind of hard to see, but that's why they have the image. It was kind of in the middle. So is that maybe that's there, that little red marking?
It was lower than that.
Might be.
I can't see a red marking.
Right here? You can see that?
Okay. That's weird.
So it would have been on the front. Now that's about where it was. So maybe that's how they marked it. You know what we'll do? We'll check the back image because that's top left.
Pull it up.
Pulling it up right now. Nope.
You need to just get a mouse for this.
Probably.
Anyways, how's everybody's day going? I like the scores they give you.
I do like I like the scores. Now we didn't pay for the
for it to be like labeled on the card. You said they did that. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, we're just gonna go back.
Okay, so that's not happening.
Yeah, but the other thing I really liked here down at the bottom that they do for you is, well, they even give you the edges, like scores out of 1,000. And then the graded card images. You can pay higher for the 360-degree video. We don't need to do that. But you can download all the high-resolution images you need
it's got
for reselling.
Right there for already made for Facebook, TikTok.
It's 1x1 square. I used those for our website, too. Vertical image for Story Reel TikTok.
That's nice.
Or you can download all the formats for whatever you're going to use for them. And they are amazing. They're really good.
Yeah, they probably have AI do that in less than a minute.
Yeah, I mean, let's go to our next card. I think it was the Dragonite from the same set that got an 8.5. You're like, oh, we thought that was really clean. Why did it get an 8.5? Well, let's find out. Centering's pretty bad. 3862. Maybe it was too off center because it just has one ding on the front and back. So probably the centering was so far off, left to right and top to bottom. Edge wear view, that's on the back bottom.
Nice,
So they give you a close up. There is a slight ding you can see with your eye on the back. That's nice. And then it shows you where the front surface defect is, the back, where the play wear, and then the little ding down here at the bottom. Same thing. Now look, fray frill. So there was a little bit of fill, 998. I say frill, it's fill. Front corners, got those. Back corners, really clean card. So it's kind of nice. The edges, back edges, the bottom, that's right where that ding is that they noted.
Yep.
That's kind of nice. Card images, once again, stunning card images. I think the cards look so much better in these than other slabs I've seen.
Stunning.
I'd say so.
Makes his job a little easier.
Yeah, now our big one that came back that we didn't get upcharged on was our Tag 10 Mega Charizard. Now, I chose not to get the ranking because it's the 349th highest ranked gem mint, so it's not a pristine. 690th card graded of this type. So it was a gem mint 10, which is good.
So 349th out of 367 tens?
Yeah.
Okay.
893 total graded, 472 tens.
Okay.
So not impossible to get a 10 if you know what you're looking at. Obviously, we've got one for sale raw now that we knew was just too off center to get a 10, and that happens. Centering, 52-48. I believe their tolerance is at 55-45. Top, 53-47. I think they're a little looser on the top to bottom. Left to right on the back is perfect. And then top to bottom, 52-48. Surface 0 dings, corner 0 dings. And you can see these on our website, tedspokepon.com, front edges. But just look at all the detail.
So could you look other cards up on their website like this?
When you scan a code on the back card, or if you have the cert number, this is what comes up.
So if a card was absolutely perfect, like
Well, it would be a pristine 10. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you could crack it and send it to Beckett.
I don't know. I wouldn't risk that because, well, just to show you the difference between what you pay for, you see the back of the Japanese cards we had before. Let's go look at the back of a PSA card. Oh, look at, you see the ding there, people? Only what card is this? Oh, that's a $16 million card. That's a PSA 10. Now,
I didn't know we were doing this today.
Well, we are. So I'm just asking the question: would an impartial AI grader have graded that a 10 with that? I don't know. We'll never know. Interesting. Think the thumbs were on the scale a little bit there?
Right.
Now here's my question. If you remember back at the beginning of the year when PSA tightened up their centering on the front and backs of TCG cards, there were vendors at shows who were saying they weren't going to pay as much for an older label slab because the new rules tightened it up, and it might not be a 10 now, even though they stand behind their grades, and if it was a 10, it is a 10. What's going to happen when all these other grading companies go to AI grading?
And like it's an actual 10?
Well, I'm just saying, and here's my reasoning why they will. Because of efficiency. Right now, their problem is they just can't get things back quick enough, where if you had enough AI grading machines, you're still going to need people to probably load them in, make sure everything's lined up, and do some other inspections to check for, funny business people sometimes do with cars. But it would be so much faster and more cost efficient. Think about it. They don't have to pay people to do this. You don't have to deal with people taking lunch breaks, coffee breaks. The machine never takes a break. You have techs making sure the machines are functioning correctly. But eventually, they're all going to go to AI grading. It's just going to be the way it is. And here's the problem. When it goes to AI grading and all the, there are PSA fanboys, and, it's because they do get the most money for their cards. I understand that. what's going to happen when they jump on like, oh, PSA AI grading is going to be the best. It's so accurate, so awesome. What happens to all the old slabs of PSA? Are people going to pay less for those? And that's just there's a lot of people with very high value, Moonbryons and other cards in PSA 10s that are be considered older slabs now. Will people start paying you less for those? That's my question. You don't know?
Well, no, I don't know.
Just what's your thoughts on
I think you'll see some people that will say they'll pay less, and then you just go to the vendor who's like, no, I'm still going to pay you like it's a 10 because it's slabbed as a 10.
But there's already people who, but then does beg the question is this truly a 10 if it was graded by human eyes? I mean, there's some that absolutely should be 10s, whether it's AI or human graded, but there's some that were,
That's
here and
fine,
there.
But it's slabbed as a 10. Like I said, you'll have some vendors that do that, but then you just go and find the vendor that's like, oh no, that's a 10, so I'm still going to pay you like it's a 10.
And here's my next question. What are the big boys, PSA, they're the big boys. They own Beckett, they own SGC, obviously PSA. What are they going to do when some of these smaller companies start rolling out not portable, but in-store grading devices?
They're going to follow suit. They'd have to. Yeah. They'd be dumb not to.
But is that really going to affect their business model where they want to buy cards to keep for them and sell themselves?
Well, they would probably have it to where the kiosk would say, do you want to sell this card? Mm-hmm. And then they just store it in the kiosk, and some little person comes around and picks up the cards every now and then and ships them back to PSA.
Is that going to cut down on the amount of cards that they buy, though? Because you, as the consumer, would still you're in the presence of your card.
It would cut down on it, but it's not going to totally eliminate it. They'd still be able to have that business model.
Okay, interesting.
Because it'll say this card's going to get a 10. Do you want it slabbed? And would you like to sell it to us for this?
The other thing is just the ease that I really like was the ease of the experience with Tag. It's so much easier for me to enter the cards in. Mm-hmm. At the PSA, when I still had to manually do it, their AI, even on the phone, was terrible as far as like searching the card you want. Mm-hmm. I'd snap a Pokemon card and like a Yu-Gi-Oh card would come up sometimes. I don't know if they've fixed that. I just stopped trying that. I would just manually enter in the card. It was a much easier experience and came back much faster. So that was the big thing, was just the time. And I understand there's people right now who aren't even sending cards into grade until the time lag gets better between getting their card back. And, there's more cards being graded now than ever. I just think that down the line, every major card company is going to go to some type of AI-assisted or AI-based grading because it's more efficient, it's more reliable, the standards are set, and let's be honest, human error happens. You can have somebody, if they're looking at thousands of cards a day, how many times have they seen this card today? And they're just like, nope, that's going to be a 9, that's going to be a 9.
Yeah.
And that happens, and they're like, oh, I got like 10 minutes left before my lunch break, or they just wanted to get out of there for the day. And of course, they have their standards they have to stay to, but also just
or like say they opened like 6 boxes of Ascendant Heroes and got nothing, and now they're having a bad day, so you're gonna have a bad day,
or other things going on in their life. Right. Are you bitter about something?
No.
You want to talk about
tough pull rate?
But then just there obviously will be large costs to these bigger machines for these companies, but they don't have to train a new employee.
Yeah.
That's, you have to train somebody up to be able to deal with some of these cards. So that's kind of my view on it, on why, for us at least, Tag is superior. And we have sold some of the Tag cards that we put out already. They have sold. Yeah. So all the people are like, oh, they don't sell as well. I could see that when they first came out, but I think that's catching up.
In store and on our website.
And just the comments on our last video when we did our Tag grading, there's some people who say that they're done with PSA and they're only going to collect Tag or Ace Grading or one of the AI-based companies. And as a collector, I see that because maybe some people see that down the line, if your card's not AI graded, people are going to be worried about buying it. That's just my view.
Yeah.
And markets shift, so you never know what's the future's going to be. I'm not saying that Tag is the answer for everything, but I think right now for us it absolutely is.
Yeah.
As far as getting the cards back to get them graded, I can't wait
Getting them out in our case, yeah.
4 or 5 months to get them back.
And lose value on them, or get upcharged and
Exactly.
lose more money on them.
Yeah, like
on top of what you're paying per card to get it graded.
I'm paying you to grade my card. You're not helping me with helping me pay my rent or my electricity bill. I'm just
and
paying you to
everything,
grade my
yeah.
card. So you don't get a cut of any possible profits I make if I sell it.
Right.
Yep. Good.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add,
Yeah,
Amazing
nothing.
Larry? Thanks, Pokey Crew.
See you guys.
Bye.